Greetings viewers, if you click the video link you already know what you're here for. So we are talking about stippling a polymer frame pistol, primarily your concealed carry pistol, which conveniently enough that's what both of these things are. This is my Gen 3 Glock 19 by Salient, so it's got a nice stippling and undercut job here. It's probably one of my favorite that I've ever gripped. This is a Glock 19 or Glock 49 frame in Gen 5 with just their basic texturing on it, nothing special done to it. I am intending to probably send it to Agency Arms to work on because I feel like theirs is the most similar in terms of texture and all the stuff that they do with it to this one, which I really like. And I just wanted to kind of go over a couple things and reasons why you might want to stipple your pistol. Now, again, I'm not necessarily saying do it yourself. I did not do this. I do not have the courage and or skill and patience required to be able to do something like this. My luck, I would stab a hole straight through it and ruin my pistol because unfortunately you cannot put plastic back on once you take it off. So I don't trust myself enough to do that. I'd rather pay money for someone else. If you have that skill set and you're brave enough and you don't mind doing it, then hey, more power to you. I can't do it. So again, why would you want to stipple your pistol? I know a lot of people out there, they get the like that kind of skateboard grip tape and throw it on there, one of those little rubber sleeves. And to be honest, I've seen both of those things fail, whether the rubber sleeves come apart or they're still slick because it's rubber, and the tape can come off and get affected by things like water, blood, sweat, gun cleaning products get on there. It starts to peel off over time and wear out. Also, it's extremely grippy, like especially on your concealed carry pistol. If you've got a shirt that is covering it, because obviously this is going to be sticking out of your pants in some fashion or another, and the shirt material will stick to it. Now that can be good keeping it in place, but if let's say you go to reach for something, you come up and the shirt lifts off of it and starts to expose it, well now it's stuck there and it's not moving until you physically do it and kind of keep aware of the fact that that may be an issue that you can run into. That skateboard tape is really grippy, I will give it that, but in terms of longevity and durability, I've seen it fail and I'm not a fan. I want something that's kind of permanent and I don't have to worry about it. So again, getting somebody that's a reputable person to actually work on it and get the grip that you want. You can have, there's all kinds of different features you can get. You can get undercuts on here, which are really nice. What that does is that allows your hand to actually ride a little bit higher in there. It's not much, but it's just enough to shift it closer to that center of gravity here where the gun is flipping for the recoil. So the further down you grab it, the harder that's going to be. So the higher up you can get in here, the better. They also notch out the trigger guard here so that you can kind of accompany it with that second hand and kind of get that height on your grip as well. A lot of companies will actually cut this section right here. They call it the gas pedal in most cases because depending on how you hold your firearm, you can rest your thumb on it and actually use that to help kind of push down and fight some of those recoil forces. A lot of people will do the front of the trigger guard. That's not really necessarily a thing for me because as you can see, I put lights on my pistols. Some people like to run their hands out in front so their index finger on the opposite hand will kind of ride in front of that trigger guard. To each their own. That does not apply to me. Maybe it does to you. The scallop here for the mag release, I don't feel like that's much of a game changer on some pistols. The way they do it, it makes it a little bit easier to access and reach it without having to kind of break that grip and rotate it and be able to press it. You can just kind of access it a little bit easier from the front here. And overall the texture, now again, if supposing you're gonna send this to somebody, a lot of companies out there offer various different texturing services. Now, number one, hopefully find somebody or somewhere, a business that has a model available where you can actually put your hands on it, because the problem is I send this to somebody not really knowing exactly what I'm getting. I get it back and I'm like, wow, that's horrible. I can't say, hey, can you put all that plastic back on? I'm going to send this to somebody else to do. It doesn't work that way, so you're kind of stuck with it. I'm a big fan of being able to kind of get hands-on and feel and grip and touch things before I actually purchase it, especially on the internet. So if you have a couple local gun shops nearby, maybe visit them, see if they have some Zev pistols or something that's kind of more that mainstream, easily available, and just kind of take it out of the case and feel it and see how you like it, and then maybe contact them to work on your pistol separately. Like I said, looking online at Agency Arms, I feel like their EDC texture is about the same and on par with this one. They do the undercuts and all that stuff that I want on there, so I definitely am going to have this sent in at some point to have them work on it. Because again, I am a big fan. If this is a pistol that you're going to be carrying every day and you want to be able to hold on to it, you don't know what kind of situation you may find yourself in. It may be raining, you may get knocked down and be in a puddle, you may be at the beach, who knows? Your hands are going to be wet. you're going to want as much texture as possible as you can to grip your pistol that you're going to need to potentially save yours and or someone else's life. Blood, if you are not aware, is very slippery. So if something really bad happens and you're trying to grab this thing and your hands are bloody, this is not a great texture. I'm a big fan of Glock. Their RTF2 texturing they had a long time ago was really nice. And you want to talk about grippy, that stuff is almost like Velcro for your hand and pretty much everything else that it touches. This just really isn't it. And to be honest, I was shooting the other day and it's been cold here in Florida. When your hands are dry, there's no moisture, no nothing. They're just super dry and slick. This texture isn't cutting it either. So you would think, oh, your hands have to be wet for it to be an issue. And that's really not true. This plastic is just sliding around because again, it's dry here. I don't have any kind of I don't have any grip here to actually be able to grab it without it moving and sliding around. Whereas with the stippled pistol, man, this thing just doesn't move. And I really, really like this texture. And I've had zero issues or complaints about it. And I definitely recommend, again, to anybody out there considering it, if you're not sure, I would say yes, go ahead and do some research first. Find out a reputable place that has a price that fits within your budget, and definitely get some work done on the grip, again, if you are planning on carrying it. Now, if you're one of those guys that buys a new gun every 6 months, when something new and cool is announced, it might not be in your pocketbook's best interest to stipple every single pistol unless that's just how you roll. Some of us don't have that kind of disposable income, so if I know that this is what I'm going to be carrying, I've got one of these two pistols at all times that I can pick from, and I'm going to have both of these stippled, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, again, your mileage may vary in your pocketbook, and if you have a metal framed pistol, then that's obviously not going to work. I don't know anybody that stipples metal frames, but I'm sure somebody's out there that can do it with some fancy CNC work. But for polymer frame pistols, I absolutely 100% recommend getting your grip stippled. Definitely go with an undercut if you have the option. If you have not, again, felt a pistol like that, it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. It may not look that different, but you can definitely feel it. When you go ahead and put your hands on this thing and grip it, it definitely rides a lot better and you can get that higher grip in here. So highly recommended. Haven't messed with the gas pedal much, but if I go ahead and have that done on this pistol, I will let you know how that goes. Anyway, just a quick video today. I'll stop taking up your time. Let me know if you have any other concerns, considerations down below, things I missed. Tell me I'm an idiot and stippling your pistol is the worst thing you can do in the whole wide world. But anyway, I'll let you go. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.